Hey guys, before we get into the video, I want to let you know I'm doing commissions now. That's right, that means I'm doing drawings for you. If you guys want me to do a drawing for you, like you and Timmy Turner granting somebody a wish, or you and Danny Phantom fighting like 10 ghosts, or maybe drawing one of your characters, anything else, a Marvel character, any comic book character of any kind, anything you want me to draw, let me know, and just click the link down below in the description. That's right, doing drawings for you.
Hi, Heart fans.
Did they say what's up, Heart fans?
What's up, Heart fans?
Hey, cool. Are you a Heart fan? No, perfect. Oh, burn. This is my good buddy Israel. That's your name. How do you spell your name?
ISRAEL.
Wow, that was super rapid.
Yesterday, I really hated when the filming was gonna start.
Right.
So
I always say when the
now
filming
I'm
was
getting
gonna
used to it. I'm getting pretty used to it.
Good. I still haven't. I haven't gotten used to it at all. Can you help me get used to it?
No.
Oh, yes. Okay. Hey, guys. Butch
Faster.
Hartman.
I want to faster.
Faster? Okay, I'm trying to do one. Help me do the intro. Ready? Boom. But it's like 15. You give me 15. I am set. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
45, 50, 55, 60, 65.
By the way, this is Butch Hartman. I'm glad you guys are here. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Well, I'm here with Israel, and I'm so psyched because Israel is super smart. Are you super smart? Yep, he's pretty smart.
I'm a genius.
You know a lot about a lot of things. You know a lot about dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What is this?
This is a velociraptor.
Well, okay, right.
And he's pretty big too.
He's pretty big.
And look at these claws on his feet.
I know, they were huge. Oh, now, weren't velociraptors bigger than that?
They're smaller.
They're smaller than this?
Yeah.
Stand down. Okay, well, what is this dinosaur called?
Triceratops.
Okay, what is this one called right here?
I have never heard of that dinosaur before. This is a stegosaurus.
Yes, we got that one. What's your favorite dinosaur of all time?
The Dilophosaurus.
This guy here?
Watch what it does.
Pretty cool. What, do you think it was really blue like that?
On Jurassic World it was.
Okay, that's the definitive authority of Jurassic World. Oh, you're only 6 years old. So what grade are you in?
First grade.
First grade.
I just graduated first grade.
Oh, congratulations.
In first grade, you don't graduate. You just watch people. You just watch the other grades graduate. Even in second grade.
It sounds kind of disappointing. Is it disappointing?
Yeah, it is. When I was in kindergarten, I got to graduate.
You did?
Yeah, and
Yeah?
I got a present. It was a book about the ocean, and you can never rip the pages out because they're made out of cardboard.
I bet if I got that book, I could rip those pages out. You think I could rip them out?
No, they're made out of cardboard.
Okay.
Not paper, cardboard.
I want every gun we have to fire on that.
Cardboard. Cardboard.
What is the biggest plant-eating dinosaur?
I don't think there's any biggest ones. I think they're all the same size.
Really? All the plant eaters?
Yeah.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
What is your favorite food?
Usually I like pizza.
Oh, well.
Sometimes hot dogs.
Yeah? Sometimes hot dogs?
I love hot dogs.
All you need's a roasted hot dog, Oscar Mayer.
Here's a book called The Solar System that I can
Oh,
rip.
I actually
Now,
have
can I rip the
three.
pages out of this book?
No!
Oh, I can? How many planets are there?
8.
8. Can you name them?
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
Wow. Okay, that deserves a round of applause right there.
There's another word for Uranus. If you say Uranus, it means butt face.
Wow.
Too far.
What else can we talk about? What else do you think is cool?
Ooh, animals.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. What is your favorite all-time animal?
My favorite is sharks.
Sharks. Now, can I ask you about sharks? Look at this.
It shows how tall every shark is.
Wow.
Hold on, 60 feet.
What is it called?
It's 60 feet.
It's called Megalodon?
Yeah, and it's 60
Megalodon.
and it's 60 feet.
I'm 60 feet. So.
Can I go into the World Atlas for a second?
Yes, you
All right,
can.
cool. What is the capital of England. Do you know?
Oh, I haven't heard of that capital yet. Oh, I actually know. It's London.
It's London. Boom.
I thought I didn't know it, but I actually did know it. It was London.
Do you know about Star Wars? What do you know about Star Wars?
R2-D2.
So you go,
No, that's what the golden robot did.
okay.
This is madness.
Okay, now without looking at the map, okay, there's a map right here. See the map? Don't look. Now, what state do you live in?
Texas.
Texas. Now, what is to the north of Texas?
Oklahoma.
What's to the north of Oklahoma?
Kansas.
What's-
Nebraska, South Dakota, and North Dakota.
Very cool. Okay, so let me ask you a question about, let me think, about the solar system again, okay?
Okay, I love that.
What is, when you, all the planets together, all the galaxies together are called what?
Planets.
Well, that's true. But it's the something way. What's it called? The something way. Like all the galaxies together. What's our galaxy called?
Milky Way.
There it is. Boom, the Milky Way. Can you spell monkey?
Monkey? That's too easy.
How you spell it?
M-O-K-E-Y.
Very good. What do you want to talk about right now?
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur is cool. What is this dinosaur called?
Microraptor, because it says at the bottom.
That's a.
Micro-
Without looking at the bottom. Don't look at the bottom.
Okay.
What is that one called? No, don't look at the bottom.
I do not know what
There you
though.
go. Okay, how about this? What is the capital?
No capitals.
No
We're
capitals.
already past that.
Get with the times, man.
Where is Florida located? On the east or the west? Don't look. Don't look. You can't look.
East.
It's on the east. That's right.
And then you turn south and then over there.
Where?
Can we do dinosaurs again? Tell me 1 divided by 1. It's very easy.
Okay, hey, Israel, what is what is 1 divided by 1?
1.
Israel is so smart. How about this? What is 2 plus 5?
That's too easy. 7.
What
That's
is
too easy.
what is 5 plus 5? Well, dude, I've had a good time. You had fun?
Yeah.
All right, man, cool. Hey, if you guys want to see Israel on some more episodes, let me know down in the comment section below. You guys are
Thumbs
awesome.
up on Subtract.
Thumbs up on Subtract, exactly. Zelda
Can
the
you
Strong.
give me a potty break?
Sure, okay, that's fine.
Done. Art, give your power. Use it wisely.
3, 2, 1.
Got a blast.
Hey, Heart fans, Butch Hartman here. So good to see you guys. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and like down below. I know we've always got to be reminded, but it's not you. It's me. Just blame me. It's my fault. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here. You know, Jimmy Neutron. Awesome show. In fact, it was such an awesome show that we thought it would be cool at Nickelodeon to team up Timmy Turner with Jimmy Neutron in the epic, amazing, super califragilistic Jimmy Timmy Power Hour back, I think it was 2002, 2001. It was a long time ago, but it was awesome. You guys loved it. In fact, you loved it so much, we made Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 1. The first one. We made Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 2, When Nerds Collide. Then we did Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 3 called The Jerkinators, and the Jimmy Timmy whole epicness just kept on going. I've already done a Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 4 video, like what would it have been like if I'd done a 4th Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. You guys can check that out. But now I'm going to do Jimmy Neutron 10 years later. All right, to start off, we're going to do one of Jimmy Neutron's best friends, Mr. Carl Weezer. He loves llamas, so maybe he would, I don't know, somehow work in the llama industry. Let's see what this would look like. Yeah, so Carl Weezer. Oh boy, Carl Weezer. You know, Carl was kind of a little rotund little guy, and he loves llamas. But I think, you know, he'd grow up loving llamas still, and I think he'd become kind of a llama caretaker, a llama whisperer. But I think running around after all those llamas would really help him shed a lot of pounds. You know, I think he'd really get in shape. I think he'd become kind of the crocodile hunter of llamas and just teach the world about llamas as they should be taught about. And I think Carl Weezer becomes Mr. Super Llama Whisperer Dude. All right, Mr. Weezer as a buff llama farmer, Jimmy. That's kind of interesting. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down in the comment section. All right, next up, Sheen Estevez. 10 years later, He loves Ultralord, Jimmy. What would he be doing? Let's see. Okay, I figure that Sheen, you know, being such an Ultralord fan, oh boy, Ultralord! I think he would just continue in his obsession. I think he would never cease being the numero uno Ultralord fan. And I think his obsession would just turn into a lifelong profession. I think he'd become a comic store owner. And then he'd collect every Ultralord comic, action figure. And then, of course, he would sell them, he would trade them, he would bargain with them. And, of course, I think he would stop taking care of his body, maybe because he's reading so many comic books. So I think Sheen would grow up to be an awesome Ultralord comic store owner. Looks like Sheen had just one too many Ultra Dogs, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so then last but not least, Mr. Jimmy Neutron, smartest boy in the world. How does it turn out for Jimmy Neutron and his dog Goddard? Let's check it out. Okay, Jimmy Neutron, very cute, giant head, kind of a little rotund body. The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, he switched places with Timmy Turner and, you know, went in and became a 2D character. So this is me drawing Jimmy as a 2D character, of course, but I'm drawing him older now. I think he wouldn't just be Jimmy Neutron anymore. He would now, at this age, I think, become James Neutron, you know, or Jim Neutron, Science Avenger, or Science Ranger, or something like that. But obviously, he would use his extreme intellect to invent Tony Stark type inventions, jetpacks, ray guns, laser helmets, goggles that shoot laser beams. He'd invent invisibility, time travel, all that stuff. And I think we have to update Goddard as well. We have to get Goddard a new, sleek, modern design, make him look a little more serious, a little more epically cool and sleek. So I just think this version of Jimmy Neutron is awesome. This is Jimmy Neutron, James Neutron, 10 years later. All right, there you go, everybody. That's James Neutron, man genius. Now here's just a cool group shot I did of the Jimmy Neutron trio 10 years later. I mean, it doesn't really show the Carl Weezer I've described or the Sheen. I kind of did different versions of them this time, but this to me is Jimmy Neutron, just action guy using his science, his big brain, his big hair to just take on the evils of the world. I think he really becomes just a really cool kind of a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible guy, using his genius to come up with great inventions and weapons and stuff. And I think Sheen would take Jimmy's lead and kind of follow along. I think Jimmy would invent a cool Ultra Lord type suit for him, like almost like a Tony Stark Iron Man thing to fly around in. And I think Carl Weezer would be the guy in the chair. You know, how Ned in Spider-Man Homecoming is Peter Parker's guy in the chair, where he kind of guides Peter from a remote location. I think Carl would guide Jimmy and Sheen from a remote location, tracking their movements, finding out where the bad guys are, giving them the best exit and entrance strategies, that sort of stuff. I think this would be a really cool version of these guys 10 years later. So I just think it's cool. I really love drawing these characters, thinking what would Jimmy Neutron and the gang be like at this age. So here's my version, another version of Jimmy Neutron, Carl Weezer, and Sheen Estevez 10 years later. Hey Heart fans, Butch Hartman here, coming out of the Butch Cave, which is beneath this desk. That's right, when I fight crime, I go down there, fight the crime, and then I come back up here and I act as normal, ordinary Butch Hartman. Half man, half desk. All right, to the Butch chair. All right, there we go. All right, the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. Here's Timmy. I don't have a Jimmy doll. You guys have a Jimmy doll, Jimmy Neutron doll out there? If you do, just imagine him standing right here. Jimmy Neutron's here, Timmy Turner's here. Boom, it's the perfect set. Oh, by the way, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. It really helps me when you do that, and I appreciate you guys being here. You rock. Thanks so much for being Heart fans. Okay, so Jimmy Timmy was a show, actually more of a project. I mean, it was a show, yes, but it was the melding, the combining, the joining, the interweaving of two shows. That's right. We had the Fairly Odd Parents over here starring Timmy Turner, and we had the Jimmy Neutron show over here starring Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, that's what it was called? Yeah, Jimmy Neutron over here. And what was kind of cool is Fairly Odd Parents was doing very well on the air at the time. It was a very big hit, thanks to all of you who watched it then and who are still fans now. You guys are awesome. And Jimmy Neutron was on, and it was also a big hit. And so the high-level alien council of Nickelodeon, who I answered to, I called them the Almighty Wanderers. Hello, Almighty Wanderers! I'd go in, I'd get counseled by them, and one day, this word comes down from on high.
We'd like you to combine your show, The Fairly Odd Parents, with the Jimmy Neutron Show. Have a nice day.
So what do you do when you get an order like that? You know, you can't talk back to them. I don't even know what their powers are really. But I do know that when I walked into the chamber, I got a sudden craving for chocolate.
Chocolate!
So weird. Anyway, so I'm thinking, okay, how do we combine the Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron? So I got my staff together. I'm thinking, how do we combine these two shows together? And it was kind of genius too, if you think about it, because we had Fairly Odd Parents that was done in 2D, right? It was done hand-drawn animation. Then we had Jimmy Neutron, which at the time was one of the first CG shows ever made as a television show. It was one of the first ones ever done. Kid named Timmy with magic, and over here we had a kid named Jimmy with science. It was the perfect combo. So I got my group of workers together. We're like, how do we combine these shows? And then we all just decided, hey, look, let's just make them meet. They have to meet somehow. You got a kid with every piece of science equipment known to man over here, and plus stuff we can make up on our own. All of it was made up, I guess. And you have a kid with magic over here who can transport himself anywhere in the universe. So it was an easy way to get the two characters to cross worlds. We thought that'll be great. They can cross worlds. We can make 2D Timmy Turner into a 3D character, CG. We can take CG Jimmy Neutron and make him into a 2D character. It doesn't sound exciting, but it was fun. And it was really cool because we got to combine, you know, all of Jimmy's friends. They would meet Timmy Turner, and all of Timmy's friends would get to meet Jimmy Neutron. And, you know, Cosmo and Wanda got to zap Jimmy all over the place, and Carl and Sheen got to torment Timmy. And coming up with that story was really a challenge. It's like, how do we make this an interesting story? It's a classic story, really. It's both characters having to get back to their respective worlds, and how do they do that? And so that's what we did. We just came up with that story, had a blast doing it. The real challenge for me, which was kind of off-putting at the time, was when we had to make the CG model of Timmy Turner. I got to sit down with all the guys who were doing Jimmy Neutron. They were like, okay, how do you want Timmy's rig to look? That's a fancy word for a 3D model. They say the rig. How does his rig work? So I got to sit there and help rig the Timmy Turner model. And it was weird because they basically put Timmy's face on another character's body that they already had in their computer file. So we kind of took that character's head off, put Timmy's head on, made it look like Timmy Turner, put the teeth on. Making Timmy Turner talk in 3D with those big buck teeth was really a challenge. And then taking Jimmy Neutron and turning him into a 2D character was also a challenge. Might not look like it's hard, but it was kind of tough because of his giant hair. And to make that little 2D character look like the CG version was interesting. And taking the Timmy Turner 3D character, we had to give him 5 fingers. It was really weird because Timmy Turner in Fairly Odd Parents only has 4 fingers, and Jimmy Neutron he has 5 fingers, and we had to keep him with 5 fingers, and we kind of made jokes out of it. He's like, 5 fingers, weird, I think, or something like that. But it was really cool. I really loved the recording session because we got to record not only all the Fairly Odd Parents actors, but all the Jimmy Neutron actors together. And the best part of all of it is when the episode came out on the air, we got, now TV ratings back in the day are kind of complicated to explain, but let's just say this. Back then, if you got a 5, that was considered great. But just to put it in perspective, when the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour premiered, it got, are you ready, a 15. We got a 15 rating. It was like Nickelodeon had almost hardly never seen something like that. And one of the coolest things I got to do for the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour was I got to conceive and storyboard the entire title sequence, which was really cool. I thought it'd be kind of fun to have a boombox. That's an ancient music playing device. 80s reference. It would have a boombox, come in and have a hand. Timmy Turner's hand comes in and plays the Fairly Odd Parents theme song. Then it gets blasted away by a laser beam. Jimmy Neutron's laser beam. Then a more scientific boombox comes in and starts playing the Jimmy Neutron theme song. That one gets turned into like a frog and hops away. Another Fairly Odd Parents boombox, a bigger one comes in, plays Fairly Odd Parents. Another bigger, more scientific boombox comes in, playing Jimmy Neutron. That gets turned into a pig. And so you see magic and science battling. And you see a curtain open, it's Timmy Turner with a magic wand. You see another curtain open, it's Jimmy Neutron with a kind of a laser zapping remote control device. So you see both, you see the laser beam and the magic beam hit, magic and science combine. It explodes. You see the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour sign. Jimmy and Timmy come out to confront each other. The sign falls on them, and then Goddard flies out with Cosmo Wanda on his back, and that's the title. I thought that was a lot of fun. And it was so cool because with the success of the first Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, thanks to all you fans out there, we got to make 2 more Jimmy Timmy Power Hour stories. We got to make Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 2, When Nerds Collide. We got to make Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 3, The Jerkinators, and that was a blast. And during those 2 sequels, we got to bring in Mr. Crocker and Jorgen and animate them with CG. That's a Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. It just goes to show you that when you're in a building with creative people running around all over the place and you have 2 shows that are doing well, you don't have to stick just to those 2 shows and let them survive on their own. You can do that, but why not let a couple of the shows kind of combine and see what happens and see if the fans from both shows will want to watch a meeting up of all the characters combined. I think that's pretty cool. What is up, Heart fans? Okay, big one for you today, but before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. We need you guys to subscribe. Okay, a few years ago, a long time ago actually, we did an episode of Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron. We combined both shows. Remember that? The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour? We did Jimmy Timmy Power Hour number 1, Jimmy Timmy Power Hour number 2, When Nerds Collide, and Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 3, The Jerkinators. But guess what? Right here on YouTube, I have the power now to do the 4th Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. Here we go. All right, so in the first Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, they switched dimensions. They went into each other's worlds. Jimmy went into Timmy's world, Timmy goes into Jimmy's. But now in Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 4, I think they go into a bunch of different Nickelodeon shows in the Nickelodeon universe. And we're gonna start with one of my shows, Danny Phantom. All right, now for the first drawing, I thought, and I've got a very scratchy voice right now, so forgive me, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to put Timmy and Jimmy with Danny Phantom. I think it's great because I've never drawn either of them in the Danny Phantom style before, especially Jimmy Neutron because he's a CGI character. But it's very exciting to see them all together, and I think Jimmy and Timmy would be kind of amazed at how they look being in Danny's world. Danny, of course, would be very shocked to see them both. This is just a really cool drawing of the three of them drawn in the Danny Phantom style. This would be one of the first worlds they'd visit in Jimmy Timmy Part 4. All right, now I thought that first drawing was very cool, and I'm like, well, I'll let that sit. But you know what? The true artist in me came out, and I thought, no, it's got to be a more action-packed drawing. If Jimmy and Timmy are going to be in Danny's world, they're going to fight ghosts with Danny. And we got to see, like, an action pose of what they would look like all together and just get these guys fighting ghosts. So I thought, let's make more of a comic book shot where they're coming at the camera, determined looks on their faces, and just making these guys really fit into the Danny Phantom universe. And so this is Jimmy Timmy in Danny's world, drawing number 2, going after ghosts. Okay, so now Jimmy and Timmy got to switch worlds again, and they're going to bring their new friend Danny along for the ride, and they're going to go into Petropolis, TUFF Puppy's universe, and visit Dudley Puppy. All right, so I thought, what other show could I put Jimmy and Timmy into? I mean, what other Nickelodeon show is cool? What show do I love? I mean, do we know anybody who has more than 2 shows on Nickelodeon? Oh my gosh, wait, it's Butch Hartman. So I thought, hey, let's put Jimmy and Timmy and Danny now, they'll bring Danny along with them into the TUFF Puppy universe. And, you know, TUFF Puppy is normally full of animals, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to see all 3 characters, not as animals, but as people in the TUFF Puppy universe. So this is sort of Danny, Timmy, and Jimmy with Dudley in a TUFF Puppy universe kind of a drawing. And I love their roundness, their kind of goofiness. They really fit in with Dudley. So this is Jimmy Timmy 4 in TUFF Puppy Land. So then I realized I couldn't do Jimmy, Timmy, and Danny as humans in the TUFF Puppy universe because, well, there are no humans in the TUFF Puppy universe. So I thought, let's do them as animals. But then what animals do I draw them as? I mean, what animals represent them the best? And to be honest with you, I didn't know, but I thought I would just start with Danny. Danny, to me, I think would be a bat. That'd be kind of fun because he's, you know, a night creature and he's, you know, deals with ghosts, a black and white bat. And then Timmy, of course, I thought would just be a cute little bear. I don't know why. A teddy bear, brown hair, pink clothes, teddy bear. And then Jimmy Neutron, I just thought elephant. I don't know why. This is just me thinking off the top of my head. So here's Jimmy and Timmy and Danny, TUFF Puppy number 2, Jimmy Timmy 4. Okay, now Jimmy and Timmy are going to take Dudley Puppy into the next show with them, and that's Bunsen is a Beast. All right, so now in sticking with the tradition of Jimmy and Timmy bringing along the star of the previous cartoon, you know, they brought Danny into TUFF Puppy. Now they're going to bring TUFF Puppy, Dudley, into Bunsen is a Beast. And yes, I picked Bunsen is a Beast because, you know, that's my show. So we have Timmy with a hot dog body like Mikey Monroe. We have Jimmy with an Amanda kind of body. And Dudley kind of looks like, you know, one of Mikey Monroe's friends as well. So we gave him a Bunsen is a Beast style. I put Bunsen in there with him. I think this style would be a very cool cartoon. So this is Jim and Tim with Dudley and Bunsen is a Beast. Okay, it's getting exciting. Now, Bunsen is going to go with Jimmy and Timmy into the next Nicktoon, and that is going to be SpongeBob. All right, so this one was a lot of fun, and you can see why I don't draw SpongeBob that often. I put gloves on him at the beginning of the drawing. I don't know why. I thought he had gloves. Anyway, don't yell at me. I know you can all draw better than me. Okay, anyway, so I think if Jimmy and Timmy came into SpongeBob, they would, of course, bring Bunsen along with them, and I think Jimmy would become Squidward, Timmy would become Gary the Snail, and Bunsen would be a great Patrick the Starfish. And the more I drew this and the more I colored it, the more I realized, hey, this would fit in perfectly in a Jimmy Timmy Power Hour number 4 special. So I thought that'd be great. And then, of course, they could probably convince SpongeBob to take off the stupid gloves because he doesn't wear them. And so at the very last minute, he takes the gloves off and gets his normal hands. Okay, this is great. My head is spinning. I can't. My head is actually spinning. Okay, now they're taking SpongeBob from Bikini Bottom and they're gonna go into Avatar. Right now, this one I had a real blast doing. I've never drawn Avatar, The Last Airbender, before, and I really love the way the show looks. It's an amazing looking show. The guys who created it, Mike and Brian, did an amazing job. And I love anime, as you guys know. If you don't know that, go look at some of the other videos on my channel. You can check those out. But just putting Jimmy and Timmy and then bringing SpongeBob along into Aang's world is so cool. What a cool idea that would be. I think if we did a Jimmy Timmy 4, I would definitely put them in this show. I would make Jimmy a waterbender. I think that'd be pretty cool. He's got like this Dr. Seuss head of hair now, I think. I gave Timmy the same fur coat, or one like it, that he had in the Justice League parody trailer that we did, which is really, really cool. And bringing SpongeBob along would be really fun. And giving SpongeBob kind of a samurai head of hair would be a lot of fun. I had a great time doing this drawing. This would definitely be included in a Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 4 episode. Jimmy and Timmy and SpongeBob in Avatar. Okay, now it's getting completely insane because they're taking Aang from Avatar and they're going in to Ren and Stimpy now. And of course, one of the most classic tunes of all, the Nick universe, Ren and Stimpy. I think we got to bring Jimmy and Timmy into Ren and Stimpy. I mean, there's just no getting around it. Ren and Stimpy are just awesome characters. Super funny. I love John K's style. It really influenced a lot of early Fairly Odd Parents designs, actually, believe it or not. But bringing Jimmy and Timmy, and they, of course, would bring Aang, the Last Airbender, into the Ren and Stimpy universe. I would, of course, have Powder Toast Man in there. I got to have him, one of the greatest heroes of all time. And plus, if they got hungry, they could, like, you know, eat his head, I guess. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe this. Okay, now you've got to take Ren and Stimpy from there and Jimmy and Timmy, and they're going to go into Cat Dog. And last but not least, you know, I had to take Ren and Stimpy because they're a cat and a dog, and I had to model them after a very famous Nicktoon, Cat Dog, made them into a cat dog. But then Jimmy and Timmy, I had to make them into a cat dog too, but they're kind of just humans, so I made them kind of into a Tim, I guess. Boom! That's a lot of styles to draw, but I had a great time doing it. Which was your favorite combo? Let me know in the comment section down below. That kind of had a whole vibe of Channel Chasers. Remember that movie I did a long time ago? Fairly Odd Parents TV movie? It was one of our biggest movies ever, where I put Timmy Turner in the style of a bunch of different cartoons that I grew up with. It was a blast, loved it, and this kind of had a little feeling of that, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, on the big whiteboard this week, I'm going to draw, we're sticking with the science theme. You know, Jimmy Neutron, scientific, some scientific stuff happened in this video. So I'm going to draw one of my most scientific characters ever. His name is Keswick, and he's from TUFF Puppy. Here we go. And don't forget, art gives you power. Use it wisely. Hey Heart fans, subscribe here to keep up with me, Danny, Timmy, Dudley, Bunsen, and the NOOG Network, my new app full of cartoons, shows, and games. Download it here. Click over here to watch my most recent video, and here to start a playlist related to this video. Whoa, check out that awesome fan art. To be featured here, use hashtag HeartFanArt and tag me. I'm on every social media platform known to man. Cartoon Butch out. Pencil drop.